The next one, the situation could hardly have been altered by the interference of the police force. The situation could hardly have been altered. So have been altered, I know, is present perfect tense. Right? So let's look at have been altered. So which means present perfect tense. So when you're changing, now I already know that the given sentence is in the passive construction. Right? So when you're changing from passive to active, what happens to present perfect tense? You just need has or have plus the past participle. That's the form, right, when you change it. So you need to look for the option that gives you that. Which is that option that gives you that? Have plus past participle C. Option C, right? We don't need the past tense. Could alter the situation. Hardness doesn't make sense logically. A. The interference of the police force can hardly alter the situation, giving you a completely different meaning. So the right option is C. This one at least, it's very clear, no doubt, it's option C. Ratan is performing an experiment. Ratan subject, experiment object. So obviously experiment has to become the passive subject. And we are talking about present continuous. So when you're changing a present continuous from an active to a passive voice, what's the form? Given sentence is active voice, it's in present continuous tense. When you're changing a present continuous tense from active to passive voice, the is, am or are plus being. Here being is needed. Why? Because it's in continuous form plus past participle. So which of the option gives you that? An experiment is performed. It's still in present tense. Incorrect. An experiment was performed. I don't need past. An experiment is being performed by Ratan. Option C, correct. Experiments were performed again. Past tense, incorrect. Right? C. Kindly offer your remarks. This again is in the simple present tense. Active voice, simple present tense. So when you're changing to passive voice, the first question that we saw in active passive voice, right, is am, are plus past participle. So which is the option that is giving you that? Where past tense, incorrect. Have been, I don't need present perfect tense, incorrect. You are requested to offer your remarks. So I have are and then I have the past participle. Again, I don't need ing form. So answer is C. The last one, the Swiss regarded him as an imposter and called him a villain. Okay. So I'm looking at both the options. So obviously when you're changing, this is an active voice, right? It's in the simple past tense. How do I know that? I have the verbs giving me the answer. Regarded, called, simple past tense. So when you're changing simple past tense to passive form, what's the form? Was or were plus past participle. Which is the option that is giving you that? He is regarded. Incorrect. He was regarded. Yes, makes sense. As an imposter and was called. Okay. So I have was called, was regarded. Was plus past participle, and because we're talking about a singular subject, was. He has been, present perfect tense, incorrect. He was regarded, okay, correct, as an imposter and is called. Okay, it's not aligned. So answer is D. We shall write a novel is in the simple future tense. So when you're changing active to passive, obviously this is the subject and this is the object. So the object becomes the passive subject, right? And when you're changing that, don't get confused with direct indirect speech rules for active passive voice. Okay? For active passive voice, will doesn't change to would. Okay? When you're changing it from an active to passive voice, the construction is either will or shall plus be plus the past participle of the verb. So write, wrote, written. Right? Answer is A. A novel will be written by us. So this is where I feel there is a disconnect, because most of us get confused with direct indirect speech and we apply those rules to active passive voice. It doesn't work that way. Okay? We should write a novel will be written by us. That's it.